Morning, Dr. Brad.
Morning, Curt.
How many patients did you already see this morning?
20 this
Just,
morning.
just so we can make the rest of the world feel like diminished by their own failure of achievement in every
Oh
single
my.
doctor.
That was more rude than I wish to appear to be. Thank you for taking that
Oh, I'll be
burden.
I'll be rude for you.
I know, I appreciate that.
Okay, everyone's Saturday, December 21st, 2024. This is we're working as a working session. We're working on our finishing system volume one measurement for the natural law. The Institute, Brad and I will be working through this, trying to get. Very close to being done with this. Basically our second draft of the a book, which is where it should be basically complete, other than fixing the nits. Um, so that's all I think I need to say, right? To start off with, I did my duty. I'm a little
Yeah,
thrilled.
we're all caught up. We're ready to start sharing screens and to jump to it.
Okay, so um, I only have one update for the audience, which on I've listed on Twitter, is that I finally figured out how to um, explain. It's like doing a Socratic dialogue with the LLM is actually really useful.
Yes,
As the LLM is a proxy for the public.
yes,
You realize why Plato liked those things so much, anyway, so uh, on the way to breakfast or before breakfast yesterday morning, I understood that um, the similar problem to the grammars is that uh, it's not similar. It is a problem of the grammars. The LLMs have a, don't, and the people who are making them, I think, don't really understand, or if they understand, I can't discover their understanding. That they think math and programming are hard, and they're easy, right? They're just easier for a computer to do lots of operations quickly.
yes,
So what we have machines that are tuned for the kind of people that write LLMs. It's got mathematical sensitivity. In other words, it knows how to use a mathematical grammar.
yes.
It knows how to use a programming language grammar. It knows how to use an ordinary language grammar. But what it doesn't know how to do is an operational grammar, which is what a human can do both logically and physically. And it certainly can't do, and it's getting to where it can do a physical grammar, like this thing is possible. The square peg is not possible to put in a round hole. If the order of operations, the sequence of operations is somewhat limited.
Right.
And it's and the real congratulation they're giving themselves, excuse me, prior to mathematics, is single shot logic, and they're doing this the same kind of IQ test they give we use for humans, that's culture independent, and that's these little blocks that are, there's find a pattern. There's a block pattern in this block, a pattern in this block. What would be the pattern in this block? It's that
Yeah.
kind of thing, which is purely is pure pattern recognition. The problem is the scope of these things is really tiny. The grammar of those images is tiny. There's a small number of operations and a small number of
Yeah.
context dependencies, right? The same thing with mathematics. This is a small number of operators, right? Right. And the same thing is true with programming as a small. So what I was trying to argue and explain was that reducibility, right? The reducibility of these things varies, but that's because the while we perceive complexity, it's sort of the inverse of how humans do it. It has conveyed a lot of memory to a simple thing, and humans can produce a lot of memory to a general thing, right? And so we can do high causal density, and these things can't.
No,
So, so I started working with it, and it's like, how would I train you? And I'd have to basically we'd have to train it as much work as they put into math and programming, we'd have to put in operationalism. Now, this is overstating it because, of course, we can program it to treat our stuff with a higher bias, right?
Yeah.
And I might be giving the wrong impression here, is that the LLM just recognizes, given the symbols used, which way to think, right? What
Right.
associations to make. So we would basically do that. And I was thinking, well, we'll write it like I do. Our work is very suitable to be written as law, right? And we could add some minor syntactic symbolisms to law to make it think in our operational prose. But my point here, which is for the audience, is that it's quite an it recognizes, and we must recognize that what we've got here is a novel logic, right? A novel way of thinking.
Yes.
And that it's not novel in the sense that nobody's thought of it before. It's that the people who thought about it before were mostly worried about clarity, right?
But it's operational logic exists in all the major disciplines.
Correct.
The issue is that those disciplines are narrow in focus, scope.
Correct.
And so what we've done is generalize this scope to create a new paradigm which includes all the operations
Correct.
and operational logic itself.
And
As
you
a
just
discrete,
explain the hard part, which is all the operations, right? That's the problem. There's not many operations in math or programming,
that's it.
but and frankly, there's a lot of combinations in the physical world, but humans can do physical and logical
Right.
combinations, right? And so, anyway, I interrupted you, but
Well, the issue being this is it's a create it's a supradisciplinary study, which is a new paradigm, which is unlimited in its operational considerations.
correct.
That's
But
the only difference.
so what happens is it, the LLMs get lost.
It's what?
They get lost. The LLMs get lost
Okay.
because they can't maintain all
Oh,
those logic.
they slide out of the frame.
Correct. And so it's well, you look at it two ways. The first way is it's a lot of work. The second way, it's a lot of work. The second way to look at it is we're the only ones that did it, and we can make money at it, right? So I mean, it's not actually the fact that it's hard isn't always a bad thing.
That's right. It's a barrier to entry.
And my last point was which was the closing point, is that you can't solve testifiable truth. You can't solve it and reciprocity without operational prose. It can't do it. And we try all the time and it can't do it. It gets lost because the test criteria isn't suitable to the LLM strategy of, in other words, the prediction of the next, in the hyper context, which is what it creates, right? The
Right.
prediction of the sequence is contrary to the need for the operational analysis. How do I say this? In other words, it's really good at the verbal prediction based on its training, but they're still nascent in the development of reason, because the reasoning they're developing is low causal density, right? And we're using high causal density, and it just cannot hold that many attention points.
Okay.
Anyway, so I wanted to summarize that and give that clip out to the fellows. All right.
Wait, do you want to make that into a short?
Okay, sure. Let's make that a short.
That'll be a good little LLM short, and this will give me an opportunity because I always like to chat with the audience a little bit and give them opportunities themselves. they can have an opportunity to hit that subscribe button and then the like button and then the notification bell. And then they can leave. This is the key opportunity to leave something that you want to tell us. And then maybe we'll feed it into the AI and see what happens.
Yes. Thank you, Brad. I'm not actually going to stop this because
Oh my.
they've made it so easy to just take that clip out.
That even you can do it?
Oh, shit, I did not see that coming. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
It's more like
That's impressive.
it's more like I'm willing to do it because they've made it easy enough that I don't have to download,
Yes, I
upload,
understand. You don't
mod.
have to get out the splicing machines.
I get so tired of it, just so much time for so little value for me.
I understand. All right, Curt.
Are you telling me you're loaded for bear this morning and I'm going to be in trouble?
I just waxed my mustache. I got hot coffee. I had 3 eggs and some bacon.
Oh my God.
You know, life is good.
You got to understand, folks, that Brad has no mercy some mornings.
I had an extra hour of sleep.
Well,
Still saw my 20 people. Barely made it on time here. I barely made it on time. And I was kind of pushing it because the eggs were a little bit jelly. They need to stiffen up a little bit. It's like, come on now, finish up. Kurt's going to be waiting. That won't do.
I keep you waiting all the time. It'd be perfectly fine with me if you let your eggs settle. I love you, brother. All right. All right. So let's, oh my gosh. I always like on Saturdays. I like the warm up, but anyway, I think that's enough.
We're all warmed up now. You're all warmed up, man.
We're all warmed up. Let's get over to the work here. So I'm going to share my screen.
Oh my.
This one here. This is our book. I'm going to go to the introduction, and these are our to-dos.
We're still on volume 36. Version 36.
I believe so. Yep, margins version 36.
Okay. My version of it. I'm good.
All right.
Okay.
So we have it set up as Google Docs now.
It's very exciting.
This allows Brad to look at it without having to follow my scrolling, which apparently hypnotizes him. And you know what? I haven't tried the hypnotic suggestion while you're under the spell. But I might feel
guilty,
let's say, inspired. My only concern is you go from sleeping to fully conscious really quickly, and so I'm like, I'm going to get caught.
Oh, the ignominy of it.
It's terrible. All right, so this is the list of what we've got to do. We have been working on the introduction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And having quite a fun time of it, if I recall.
Yes.
After that, we have some work to do on the grammars. It's not as bad as I thought it was, but there's not as much bad as the wrong word. It's not as much work as I thought it was. That's great. But then we basically have cleanup and then decide on how many examples we want to have put into this thing versus how much longer we want to make it. So it is not, we are not far away. I think the surprise I got out of our last weekend was just how valuable this introduction ended up being.
It was very impressive to me. I enjoyed it a lot, and I thought it was great value added.
So,
as a teaser for a book and even a series of books, it introduces the construct very nicely and makes it quite appealing for any interested person to seek further knowledge.
Yes, thank you. And I was afraid that it was not helpful, and it turned out to be the opposite. All right, So I'm not going to write this. We're not going to write that till the very end. Um, uh, we're creating the problem statement. And I'm going to try, I don't know if I can, without reviewing this quickly, if I can reconstruct how I can make it, review it and explain where we are, so to speak, in this chapter.
Right.
I don't know if I can do that off the top of my head, but so we'll just try to walk through it. Um, uh, what is a crisis? What's a critical manifold? Right, in other words, how what's the dynamic interaction of multiple systems? The types of crises that arise, the number of the geopolitical conflicts that are present, the political conflicts that are present, the structural problems, the cultural problems, religious problems, ideological, psychological, environmental, economic, technological. So the point in that part is that crises are not only single issues generally, in plague sort of is, but they can consist of of a large number of parts. The Roman empires, fall of the Roman Empire being the classical example of nobody can agree on what the cause is because there isn't a cause. There's like this, there's a matrix a very deep matrix of causes, and it's the causal manifold, so to speak, that brings about those failures. Um, and so we're going to go through the crises of history. So, and the people who've talked about, right,
Yes.
the crises of history, Aristotle, Polybius, Cicero, even Khaldun, Machiavelli, Rousseau, Tocqueville, Hobbes, and then the modern thinkers, right, who are dealing with these great changes. And most of these things happen because there is a great change range. There is a great change in the world that the existing order is not able to adapt to without disruption. Then we go to the contemporary authors, right? And so once we've gone through those authors, then we list the civilizational crises that have been through the classical, the medieval, the early modern, the industrial modern. All right. And so I'm having, I just had a thought, which I'll ask. And so we're stating that these are, uh, this isn't what the position we're in the West right now is not unique, right? It's a common problem throughout history that has been through multiple repetitions. It's part of the evolution, it's better to think of it as a market. It's civilizations consist of networks of cooperation, and you
Yep.
can think of it as a means of production, and
Yes.
that the the market demand, like its supply demand, it alters such that there's essentially the failure of the organization to be able to survive market forces.
Cannot meet the demands.
Correct. Now, before I go on to the next one, I want to ask a dumb question.
Hmm.
I go through this and I say, here are our crises, right?
Okay.
Here are the authors that have addressed crises. Here are the major crises. It feels like that's in the wrong order. I should move this set of crises before the authors.
Yes.
A little bit of a lag there, Brad. Scared me.
Uh,
At least I don't have to worry about it crashing and getting lost anymore. I'm trying to think of something funny to say. I do have to worry a little bit about giving Brad direct access to this.
just a little bit.
You're not letting me do anything fun today.
Sorry, Curt.
What's the font size?
Theorists is priestly theorists.
Say again.
Theorists is priestly theorists.
Oh, that's cute. That's really smart. What's the font size I got here?
Hmm.
What's going on there? That's what?
12.
12? That's 13. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Why is that? Why is that twice? This Curt did something stupid like pasted twice. That's why.
That's all.
And so what's this is heading 3. That's better. This feels like it should be. Yeah, it's all right. We'll let it go. Contemporary authors. This needs a closing. Cycles. What's going on here? Okay, so what we've got here is we begin cycles, but we don't provide it in. We don't provide. Why is this here?
Yes.
Okay, that's all true. Oh, this we're explaining how they come about. Okay, I just don't like the introduction read. We need an introduction here.
Excuse me momentarily.
Please. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to introduce this. Because the rest of it's fine.
Just a moment. There we are.
I'm trying to figure out if there's anything left to do here. Hold on. Other than that. Okay, here's where we are. So we're on page 36.
Okay.
Okay, and then we need 46. What's bothering me? Hold on. Hello. I'm sorry, who's this? Oh, sorry, Dave. Hi, how are you? No, I just I didn't get it. Hey, is this urgent or I'm in the middle of a meeting? All right, love you, brother. Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay. Well, we probably, oops. you know, it's funny, you get so, when we're doing it, we're right, I would say bring this up all the time, is, you know, like, we get down into these rat holes and you walk away from 'em, you're like, did we really do that? All right, so we got 3 holes here we got to work on. We did great work last weekend.
Yes.
All right. I need to introduce this section. All right. I do not know which one. Well, you're not helping me. Huh. Guess I could have done this before you showed up. This one? I don't know how I wrote it. That's good.
Huh.
I don't think you can search through other ones. That looks like it. Fuck. What about, I don't use that word a lot. Yeah, this is it. All right, we know where we are now. Come on, baby, you can do it. Sorry, Brad. The right one. It's me testing. All right, so where did I go to? Did I copy it? I don't remember. Nope. Cycles. Okay, in the following section, this is we need. What do I want to get across here? Let's see what we come up with, and then I'll fuss with it afterwards if it's not right.
Right.
Today, looking for showers with a high of 58 degrees and a low of 41 degrees.
Come on. I don't like it. Well, I guess we did it's more like, more declarative. More
What's
declarative.
the problem?
There we go. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. There's part one. Now I want to do, I got a couple of things. Now, next, what permute? Can occur, right? For example, you could have disaster, plagues,
Mm-hmm.
wars, trade route.
Mm.
You can have material resource, exhaustion,
Yep.
climatological. I'm going to put that at the other end. Can't spell climatological this morning. Plagues, wars, trade route resource. No, I want to have this more. Yeah. Disasters, plagues, wars, trade route collapse. System. Wars, invasions, trade, system collapse. In other words, I'm trying to get before we go into the integration, maturation, ossification. Versus what? Versus what causes reforms versus instead of collapses, and why are reforms possible? Preventing collapse.
What?
Okay, so I want to say I missed something here. Missed a whole section. I missed a whole section. Shit. Let's retry that again. Allows Amazing, you even understood that. All right, so internal would be, please suggest. How properly democratic, progressive era answers you provided. Go to hell. I said that to make you laugh, Brad. I'm sorry. I'm not keeping
And
you.
I'm just like, I didn't have a chance to study the list as thoroughly as you perhaps did. I felt a little bit ill prepared to laugh.
I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to put, so I'm going to say that the general say that the first principle of that separates collapse from reform, the spectrum that can be used to alter the incentives of people, factions, and parties. Preserving sufficient production distribution. I'm missing something. I'm going to say the first principle that separates collapse from reform is the spectrum of capital that can be mobilized. Capital can mobilize to alter incentives of people, factions, and parties. And therefore,
That's a very interesting point you're bringing up here.
I thought that was your job.
It strikes me as the metric is social status.
Interesting.
Because the social status of all the individuals involved, if they see their social status as being advanced by reform versus collapse, they will apply whatever they have available to push that agenda. And it's like right now we're witnessing the end of what I call the post-war liberal settlement. And it is the deep state is fighting for social status.
Right. So we tend to think, you know, they kind of There's a very squeaky collie in the next room, yipping.
Hmm.
Just repeating what I said. Oh, that's us, right? It's clearly.
The other thing that came to my mind when we were working on that prompt was there's three methods of influence. Social influence, and that's what all the capital will be applied in those domains.
Let's put that in here. Okay, so so in that context, given that context. I forgot my question.
I have Quigley's answer to that question.
Let's get
Quigley specifically mentioned it in the context of the means of influence.
This is what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for. It's all about which question you ask. Brad, you're not just a pretty face. I keep telling you.
Sure.
Okay, this is very close to what I'm looking for. So I worked in your question, right?
Yes.
Ask this again, so what? I'm gonna put the et cetera in there. I'm telling myself. Don't be lazy, Curt. This is good. Let's see what I was looking for here. That's what I was looking for. That's what we were looking for. Okay. Can you help me with what this ought to say, Brad?
Say that again?
You help me with this. We need an introduction to what's to come here. This might be okay, but we need what is this section?
Yeah.
This is brilliant. It's just I don't know where to put this now. So I want to make this argument up front. Really balance.
Oh, okay.
That's just what I'm looking. Can you fix these, Brad?
Yeah. Okay. Just make them the right size.
Yeah, they're only V12s.
What a bizarre thing. It turned them into 11s. How you doing?
I'm just going to do some indenting here to help readability. It's not right here. Why am I not getting? I got there. We still have some 11s down here.
I knocked them out, a bunch of them. I'm finding more.
Why can't I get this? Killing me. I think this is going to be this hard.
Right?
So you have where's external. That's what I'm looking for. Is this 12? That's 13. This is 13. And you get all confused-icated there, brother.
Right? Hmm.
Come on. You can do it. Let's do it this way. Where's the beginning? Why are we having a problem here? Oh, no.
Oh, I see it. It's right there. It's because the whole thing needs in a bump. Try that.
Yeah, but if I do that, so now you indent this. So the problem is, how do we indent? Did I do that or did you?
I didn't do it.
Why don't you unhighlight it so I can use it? Click up here somewhere. Yeah, thanks. So the problem here is that these are numbered and these are not.
Oh, that is just screwy.
No, it's all.
Oh, it is.
First one came off as a list, and the rest of them just came over as plain text. Numbers. Continue. Numbers. Continue. Those are 12s, right? Those are okay. Think we want to move these indent? Yes, is that what we want to do? We need to. A lot to read if we don't. This should be like the one above because it's only one bullet point. Brad, does it come up with this stuff just to waste our time?
Working.
I think it's a cunning plan.
Oh,
Hitting the wrong button there. I'm not fooling with colons here.
no,
I have thought about it
I understand.
just to. Some baby just fell down. I think I missed one here. Oh. This is the same problem. Now I've got to go through and figure out. I structured this differently. So I have to go through and figure out if the argument is being made that I want to be making in sequence here. Brad, trying, I feel like I'm abusing Brad now with all this.
A little bit, not too bad.
Could ask you to do all these things.
That's true.
Why has this got a space between them? If I do this,
Oh.
if I do this, do I get? Nope, I don't know how to fix that. I want this. Same here. I could have Brad do this too. Then he wouldn't be bored
Hmm.
and fall asleep on me and give me an opportunity to see if I can use suggestion on him.
Meh.
He's sleepy.
Stop it.
You feel like you need mustache wax.
Oh my.
You're a lot of fun, Brad. You know, I don't care what everybody else says.
Those guys.
Would you mind doing this one for me?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm just going to go through this now. Yep, and you reorganize. All right, can do that. This section. Okay with this section. First determining. Okay. And this. Events. Distinguishing reform. Did it again. See, it gets lost, Brad.
Hmm.
It gets lost. And this one is what prevents rebellion revolution. All right, I'm not going to frustrate Brad with this. I have to reorder this section, and I'm not going to drag you through it because I need to make better use of your time. There's only how many? So 12, and these are 11s.
Which ones?
Just this little list here.
I'm seeing it. Just do this.
Oh, I see. You're a smart man.
Oof. Lazy.
Okay.
Liking how it's stacking up?
Yeah, the problem is it only goes to here. So I have to figure out where these go.
Okay.
Are you okay waiting through that, or?
Yeah.
Start up here. Let's collapse. What? No, that's why. You did not. Okay, so you didn't include these sections. Why? You didn't. I note that you didn't. There we go. You just have to insult its intelligence.
Have to do what?
You just have to insult its intelligence.
When it gets irritable.
All right, let's take a. You want to take a break?
Sure. Time for some more coffee. Zhou.
Well, for those of you who missed it, I forgot to start the recording again. Brad is being a freaking trooper today. Amazing. Please congratulate and thank him for his. No one else would do this. And I've just finished teasing the GPT. because, which I just find it fun. I wish it would maintain the humorous response format, but it can't. I asked it though that if that I said, well, I keep teasing you, you're ignoring my labor of building trust between us through sarcasm. It says it's on board, and I said, unfortunately, I think East Coast Boston masculine trash talking would be a violation of decorum, meaning alignment, so I have to stay in bounds. I just think this fucking thing is hysterical. I love this thing. Anyway, so we're thanking Brad a lot because this is forcing him to stare at the fucking screen and tolerate long silences interspersed by my poor sense of humor trying to make light of the stress. So, I mean, please again congratulate Brad on his heroic dedication to the cause and extraordinary sacrifice, mostly of patience.
Oh my.
I think we're done there, Brad. We get to work on fun stuff now. We did great on the sense making shit. That was awesome.
It was good. It's just a very interesting introduction, isn't it?
Now, Brad, because the recording wasn't going on, you cast aspersions on this introduction a moment ago.
I said it's become its own book.
Mm-hmm.
It is because it's now 91 pages long of the
Really?
of the 15-page book that we started some 6 months ago.
Okay.
And you did bring up the point. It is, however, an introduction to everything, which is a very reasonable statement, in my opinion. So it gets to be a little bit ad lib.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny. The introduction is a quarter of the book.
You always break it up into pieces.
I don't know. I'm just making a noise. Just making a noise. It's certainly on the list of potentials.
I mean, it does work, except for chapter 10. It does pretty much go. I mean, by the time we get to science, it's like, I don't know what. Oh, reporting? Reporting is like 2 or 3 pages.
Yeah.
But definitely break it into part 1, 2, 3. Have part, and then under part 1, break the introduction in sections.
It's all right. Just you want to make it so the reader feels comfortable, taking a chunk of it. Right? Now it's just thought, and it doesn't need to be addressed at the moment.
All right, I have to give it this section to have it understand what we're doing. I don't want to do that. Okay. Okay. Okay.
What? Yeah, that was weird. Is that your local network, you think?
No. Okay, great. I'm looking for it. All right. Basically, it understands it. Okay, so in the previous, we led up to our primary insight that it's all just criminality and that we have failed to preserve the suppression of irreciprocity. Okay. You'll notice all the missing text in this section. Please.
What are you trying to get now?
Little two. Little 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. just like I would. That's interesting.
What's that? Whoa,
I knew that was going to happen
why?
because there's no way it's going to remember that list. I don't even know which one this is for. Continue. Geez, you see, it remembers all this shit.
You're very positive,
Yeah.
and you can kind of bring me back to reality.
What the fuck is going on here?
A lot of the time, my mind goes to like
Well, that's
work
you, okay. Just
thing
like, did I start something?
Best
down
case
and
scenario.
bring me. You're very positive,
Yeah.
and you can kind of bring me back to reality. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time, my mind goes to like worst case scenario.
Sorry about that.
Don't be. Fine, can't really hear or understand it. Well, it's not me.
Was somebody making a an AI that animates? It was in that case animating Mona Lisa to make a video of a text.
Fascinating. Continue. I can't say it's not helping a lot. I just feel like I'm abusing Bryan. Not that you don't deserve a little abuse now and then, but
We understand one another.
I prefer it wasn't from me.
There you go. Oh, you need a space there.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Because that's under something. It's okay if it's under something. I didn't realize it was going to do this extra work. I want to see if we're not to the fun stuff yet. Where have I got to go?
Not
It's not that.
very many.
Huh?
Not very many.
Oh, maybe you can do it.
What?
It's just got a lot of lag in there.
Go.
Continue. Like how it's adding all these sites in here.
Citations?
Yeah, it's listing other authors, so I don't have to go through and do it. I love it. I'm getting tired, so you must be tired.
A little bit.
Why is there no? There we go. Want to finish this before I stop. Am I going to be able to do it? I don't know, Brad. I really like how this is working out, though. Oof.
Mm.
Oh, I love how it uses my numbers.
What do you mean?
Goes right in this.
Yeah.
It does use it up there. Okay, I was going to say if it was remembering that. You know, I did some work on this the other day, and it means a third of the population's shortly going to be too fucking stupid to do anything. It's bad enough that it's like 15 bordering on 20. What are you doing, brother? But I want you to be a dot instead. There we go.
Mm.
All right. That. Getting fucking tired. Population.
You're getting there. That worked.
Fuck me. I don't know. I'm going to give up soon.
You're making great progress. Park them in there and I can edit them.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah. That'll make you happier.
I need a little Russian. I need a cute little Russian woman right now.
Yeah, right. That was a trick question. Oh, it changed the dots. What the hell?
That's a lot of fun to deal with that problem, Brad.
Let's see if I can fix it back again. Figured it out. Oh, it's because it's using those open dots.
Like having your zipper down.
Something like that.
Fuck me.
What? Now it's making them all bold.
Just to make you nuts, Brad.
It's working.
Conspiracy.
Oh my. It would have to be doing it in secret, and it's failing in that regard.
Thou shalt not defeat the high and mighty Brad.
No. And you got a lot more of these things than I expected.
Yeah, me too. Just tired my voice is going.
Oh, no.
Almost done though. Thanks to you taking over the goddamn formatting job.
Only made it irritating. Reduce it to an irritating job.
Holy shit, that's not good. What's my deal?
What's that?
Nothing. Just tomorrow, easily. Easily. And tomorrow's more fun.
What is?
We'll finish this tomorrow easily, and it'll be more fun because it's basically a quick run over of European history. Uh, it's answering how did we get here? And it goes through a series of events. And then really the rest of it's done. What's here? Oh, there's just some silly definitions we can do. All right, so we will finish this tomorrow. I'm actually shaking now. Fascinating.
What do you think that is?
It means I'm tired. Dopamine or something in there. All right, I got to open this again. And I got to go to measurement. Okay, let's just see how close Brad is. You're gonna be, oh, for Christ's sake, you're right. It's 100 fucking pages.
Told you. You think I just make this shit up, do you?
Well,
Mr. Doolittle.
it's more that I had some wishful thinking going on. If I'm going to be honest,
might as well go there.
Might-
With that.
might as well just go there. Okay. I think of what I got to do here if I was so worried about this chapter.
What?
Well, I thought that I had a lot of work to do on this chapter on grammars. So far, I'm not seeing it. That's nothing. That's trivial. That's the same shit we just did. Oh, I see. It's the same fucking organizational problem we just had.
Just needs to be reordered.
It just needs to be reordered. I would think we could finish that on Monday.
Okay.
If I have a nap and something to eat, I bet I will try to give that reordering a shot. So that I don't have to abuse you like I did today.
It's like I hate to have to do it, but damn, that's what he said.
What?
I hate to have to do it, but that's just the way it is. That's just how it is. There's a
Can't do it without you. Even when you're sitting there, you have no idea.
just sleeping.
You could be sleeping, and as long as I know, Brad, help me with this. As long as I can get you there, that's great.
That works. Okay.
And the other thing is, subconsciously, I'm aware that you will catch me from doing stupid things.
That's getting a little bit too stupid, Curt.
Yeah. I mean, your idea to make this 100-page introduction, though, I think that was.
It's kicking ass. Uh-oh. There's a formatting issue here, which, okay, there's the space between each one of these. Is that how you want it? There's spaces between some and not between others.
I gotta find out where you are.
Page
What,
54.
54?
Yeah. There's spaces between some of the numbered items and then no spaces between other ones. And it's like, okay,
Okay, so
there's a
that
form
was,
discontinuity.
I'm looking, brother. I think it's this. We don't. I tend to do this randomly. I don't see anything wrong here. Oh, I see. Oh, fuck, Brad. I told you it was more work than you thought today. You know, I just know that when we get to this fucking editor, I'm being called a moron.
You're going to be called a moron?
I'm going to be, not really. I'm going to be disciplined for inconsistency.
Okay.
And it's like, you're right, it's inconsistent. Should I remind you that consistency is the humbug of media?
Hobgoblin of small minds, yes.
Yes. I actually like the space there. Oops. You know, you're pretty good at this formatting thing.
Hey. It's repetitive, mindless tasks, right?
It's really good while you're watching TV, by the way.
Watching.
You don't really watch TV. You sort of listen to the story.
Yeah. We did it.
Hard to find.
That job. Lawlessness as opposed to criminality. Hmm. Yes. That's a very interesting query.
Oh, this is fucking glorious.
Print it, publish it on X.
You just gotta put it right here. I mean,
Oh,
I just started it and
I see.
it goes right here.
Uh-oh,
Don't start something. What are you gonna say? Uh-oh.
I'm just monitoring how long the introduction is.
I'm gonna fix that by breaking the introduction up into chapters.
Break it. I can stop this. I can cause it to cease and desist. 106.
Well, that's okay. How do I fix this? How do I provide chapter length therapy?
Right.
No, seriously. I mean, it's true though. There's just these parts of it that don't need to be hooked all together.
That's right.
God forbid. You know, Brad, have you ever tried the marshmallow test? Oh, I wasn't sure whether you'd jump on that right away. I
That's
lost.
as opposed to the grape cucumber test.
Yes,
It's similar.
there's one.
You ever
So
see
there's
the
this,
video of the monkey that got the cucumber after his friend got the grape, and he throws the cucumber at the scientist? He's madder than a hornet.
monkeys are bastards.
It's just lack of frontal lobe inhibition is all it is.
Exactly.
And he's stronger than a freaking animal.
So I subscribe to a whole bunch of couple comedy channels on YouTube because it's stuff that appeals to me because it's the same stupid shit I would do, right?
Right?
And so there's stuff I wouldn't do. Like there's this one couple. I don't know what they put in these balloons. It's like flour and water or something. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
weird,
I've seen it. I've seen
right?
it.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm not messing up my house like that.
No, I wouldn't
But
either. And it's like,
but,
okay,
but I'm going to talk about a version of the marshmallow test.
okay.
Okay, can I? I'm waiting for. I know you're gonna stomp it. So 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 anyway, I failed this particular marshmallow test because if my wife is doing like or girlfriend is like doing the dishes or laundry, something where she's not facing me, and I see her backside, I have the usual male need to do something about it.
Have to
Slap it,
address this.
spank it, grab it, whatever, right? And I failed that marshmallow test every time. It
Every
doesn't matter what they say. I
time.
remember, and they just, like they like it the first 6 months you're together, but after that it's annoying, right? So I say, look, every time I think that happens, It's basically a statement that I am so attracted to you that I need to suppress my desire for sexual conquest, interrupting you from whatever you're doing. So if you want to be doing the dishes or the laundry, this is my way of not throwing you on the bed.
Right.
And this
And
weekend,
also, it provides a unique opportunity for you to avoid the responsibility for continuing the behavior if you should choose not to. It's
well, I'm just saying that because I failed the marshmallow chest, I lack the impulse control, right, to bypass the opportunity.
right.
And I'm pretty full of shit, which of
Oh,
course. So
you-
no woman who's in a relationship with me ever gets to the point where it's like, oh my, they're always, oh my fucking God, here he goes again. You get the eye roll, all that stuff.
right,
But they like it. They like the teasing.
right. I don't know what you want to do with this here. These, I'm just removing the bolds.
I think they're fine. It should be a paragraph. Fuck it. I don't want to care. I don't care. That is pretty damn nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty nice.
What's that?
That's a pretty nice conclusion. Now the rest is what our argument in that book, in this book.
Yes. What a crazy freaking hard way to get to there. Now we can tell you about the work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you know why we need to do the work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we can get to work.
I'm trying to get to the problem is trust.
Hmm.
Mistrust. All right. Well, do you think we got stuff done today? That's not
Huge amount of work.
a huge amount of work done today. Boy, you're not going to exactly argue against this fucking argument, are you? Brad, I did come to you. I'm going to tease you. I did come to you, Brad, I'm gonna stop sharing.
Did what?
I did come to you repeatedly and say, should we put all this stuff at the beginning of the chapter? And I did give you the opportunity to say no.
I failed apparently to pass that marshmallow test.
You are the most humble, persistent. You have a kind of ruthless persistence.
Okay.
All right. I'm the cookie crumbled, man.
Good work.
So I might even try to finish this chapter. I get a bit of rest here.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's too hard to do that. And then tomorrow, oh wait, I can't finish it because I got all the history stuff to do. I need you for that.
Okay.
But I can do some of this finish up at the end here, crap.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I can do that. But I need a break because my brain is fried. All right. Can you do your thing now?
Hey, everybody has an opportunity right now. Step up to the plate. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, not necessarily in that order, and definitely leave those comments, kids. You didn't think I was that lively at this hour, did you?
No, I'm surprised you're awake. All right. I love you, man. Thank you for all you do. And thanks to the audience for watching. And
Wrong work, kids.
Dying. All right. Have a great one, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.